Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Pods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for a review of 76408, the 12 Grimmauld Place. So this is part of the most recent wave of Harry Potter sets that are currently out in the UK and Europe and Australia, but haven't yet hit the US. The set has 1,083 pieces. It's the most expensive of the current wave at £115 in the UK. It comes with 9 minifigures. We built it recently on a live stream. If you want to watch us building it, then I can link up that live stream for you now. And if not, then just stick around for the review. Also, at the end of the review, I will show you how we're planning on motorising this set so that the play feature can be activated during our live streams. That's something that we like to do in the live streams and have a kind of an interactive element. So stay tuned for that to see how we do it. Here's the finished build. It's attractive. It's got great detailing. You've got the balconies. You've got the archways. You've got the doors with the sort of sticker pieces on, 11 and 13 there. Steps down, a couple of lampposts as well, with the sort of pointy out bits on the side. Those are a little bit weird. You've got the chimneys at the top. I don't know if you can see the chimneys. They're done with ice cream cones. I think that looks a little bit strange, but that's okay. You've got to try new things every now and then. So in case you've been living under a rock, I will show you how this operates. This is going to shock you if you're not aware, but I'm sure you are. So you pull to the side 11 and 13 and out pops number 12. And so this one's got a real door on it, so you can actually get into that build. These two are just fake doors. You got the slightly different colouring, but same sort of style, same detailing and things. The drain pipe that goes all the way down, quite a nice detail on both sides. And the operation itself is very smooth. You can just tap the sides and off it goes again. I think the best way to open it is actually to push the back one. That seems to work better. And that was one of our complaints, is that I wanted to continually pull it open, and I would pull it open at the top. And these front two sections are actually connected by these kind of plates. So there's not as many studs as there should be, really. And that therefore means that it comes off a lot easier. So don't do what I do and pull it there. Pull at the bottom or push from the back. So I'll turn it round to show you my one downside of this set, and it's not a set at all. It's actually just a one-off that I'm missing a piece, so I'll be getting that rectified. So the back is all Grimmauld Place, so that's why those front doors are only facades. Pop that bit that I knocked off earlier away. So you've got the lights. I really love that part, the fact that they spin. I'm a fan of moving parts, and that looks pretty decent. So you've got the kitchen down the bottom, couple or shelves full of cups, little cooker. There's the printed tile, the boy who lived. Oh, sorry, the boy who lies. Of the Daily Prophet. You've got the piano that Ron and Hermione play in Deathly Hallows. You've got like a little spooky area up here, a couple of heads. And so this is the Black family house. So you've also got the tapestry on the side, the family tree with bits missing. So those are stickered pieces. And just a note, if you haven't built this yet, is to align them so that they kind of meet up better. So I've seen some people have put them sort of centrally, and then you end up with quite a big gap down there. I think I've done an okay job of getting those to align nicely to make it look like a bit more of a continuous tapestry. You've got the beds up in these two rooms, and I'll show you an interesting thing. You don't often see this piece on the end of a bed unless it's a Friends set. You get that quite a lot in Friends sets. So if I pop myself up there, that line just goes between the minifigure legs, and what that's doing is stopping the minifigure from falling out when you move the sides in and out. You're sturdy in there now, as opposed to often in Lego you'll just have a plinth and you'll just sit you on there because you're not trying to move the set backwards and forwards. So I like that they've thought about that. Obviously, because of the way it works, you end up with these kind of half floors. So there isn't really anything that you can do about that because you need it to be at that angle to move it in and out. But it does make it seem a little sparse. Down here on the bottom floor, you've got a new piece or a new colour. That's the sand blue barrel. And actually, that's meant to be a troll's foot. So these are like the toenails on the troll. This doorway goes to nothing. There's nothing in there. That's just the facade from the other side. Obviously, you've got the panels for the stickers there. So on this side, you can't see through, but you can on the other sides. If there was a way to make it so you still had the stairs on the ends of these two, once you opened it, that would be cool. But then when it's hidden, you'd obviously have a bit that stuck out more. So that wouldn't work so well. So I'll just give you a quick look at the bottom so you can see how it's done. So these bits are all shiny, so they slide quite easily. This is the only bit that you would then attach in your city. And so it slides in like a track. But I think it's so smart, so cleverly done, and that play feature is beautiful. Our plan in our city is to try and motorise that. I'm going to leave Ian in charge of trying to work that out, but I think that would make it really fun if it did. Oh, another thing that I like is these tan coloured bats. I don't know if we've ever got tan coloured bats before, but they look cool. A decent amount of detail and quite a lot of minifigs to allow you to play with the set. So let's take a quick look at those minifigs. Okay, so we'll start off with the Weasleys. You've got 4 of them in this set. We've got Molly. There she is. Interesting looking outfit. I still hate her face. I don't know, she just always looks way too old and dumpy for me. It just bothers me, but I like the outfit. The printing goes round onto the back of the torso as well. And she's got a slightly happier face. Alternate face. You've got Ron as well. There's Ron. He's got the stripy top. Messy hair. And an alternate face that's not looking particularly happy there. You've got the twins. And they are exactly the same apart from the colour of their wands and their faces. So those are the first 2 faces. And let's squidge them around. And there's their alternate faces. There you go. Next up you've got Harry, obviously. It's a Harry Potter set, it's got to have Harry. He's got a less than happy alternate face. And these are the new broom builds. I think the broom looks really cool. That's a sort of a 2-part build. I'm loving the new brooms. They feel so much more substantial. Next up we got Sirius. I like his hair. And he also has an alternate face. I like the way his coat goes down onto his trousers. Nice long lined coat. And I'm not looking for accuracy in these figures, just recognisability, because I'm not a die-hard Harry Potter fan. But I know that everyone's excited about Tonks coming in this set with her purple hair and her pig face, which I find a little bit strange, but yeah, it's accurate, I guess. And she does also come with a red hair piece, if you want to switch it out. Next up you've got Kingsley Shacklebolt, I think his name is, and he has a slightly different coloured broom, and he doesn't have the printing around his hat or the cape like he did in the CMF, Series 2 CMF, but he's still pretty cool. I like the colouring. And then the most exciting figure that I know everyone is happy about is Creature. So it's the second house elf we now have. We've obviously got loads of Dobbies, but this is the first Creature. I think he looks a bit weird, if I'm honest. He doesn't seem to have a mouth, which bothers me, but it's nice to get some house elf variety. Someone else obviously comes with a broom, because I've got another broom. I don't know who that was meant to go with. And we've got Crookshanks, Hermione's cat, but no Hermione. And then one of the twins also comes with this long extendable ear that kind of hooks onto his wand, and then he can go and listen to people, kind of like that. That just makes him fall down. So I think this is a fantastic set. This was the first one that I wanted to buy. I just think it looks so beautiful. I love the play feature. The 3 houses in a row just looks like a great facade to add to a city, even if you're not a fan of Harry Potter. So I like that. And I think I would happily just put those 3 facades into my city, like on an edge somewhere, instead of having it as the Harry Potter Grimmauld place. But I think we will try and motorise it and see if we can get it to be a bit more of a fun feature for our city. It was quite a good build for building as a pair because it's symmetrical. So we did just like a side each essentially. I did the middle as well. And so it's not very repetitive because you are splitting up. I guess it could be a bit more repetitive if you were building it all yourself, but then it's literally just the walls that are repetitive. The inside is different on each part. So I think it's fine. It is smaller than I was expecting, I think. I think it isn't as grand as like a modular. But it's in keeping with Diagon Alley, I would say. So it fits. Okay, I promised that we would be motorising the set. And we have. So let's have a quick look at it in action. So some points to note. The base of the set itself has shoes on it, the little round tiles, shiny round tiles, which I showed you in the review. You could put tiles down instead of using those. I don't know if it makes it smoother. We've tried it with both and it could just be that it's jerky with the shoes because in putting the shoes back on we've misaligned something, I'm not sure. But try both, see which works for you. So we're using an actuator. This is a diagram of all the mechanics here. You've got the actuator itself. This is the XL version because the length needed to push it is more than 5 studs, so you will need the 8 stud one, which is the XL. The way it works is as the axle spins, it extends the actuator. So firstly you push the set to open and then you pull it back to close it. Ian's literally taken out a couple of masonry bricks from the back there and put in some pieces to sort of hold the actuator in place. I think longer term, as you'll see from the last video I'll show you, that you need to do a bit more strengthening to that connection there. This was just a rough and ready to see if we could get it to work. So yeah, I'd recommend a plate all the way along that bottom to keep it sturdy. So you've also got a torque gear in there, that's the white one. That is there to stop it from completely burning out your motor when you hit a point where it can no longer turn. So that torque gear means that even though it can't spin because the actuator is either fully extended or there's nowhere for it to go, the white gear will keep spinning, so it won't burn that motor out. The motors we've used here are the circuit cube motors. I'll put a link down below for those. We use those because they have the Bluetooth option, which we use on our live streams, and they're pretty good little motors. The footprint of them is much smaller. I've done a review on them before, so I can link that up as well. So the only downside of this is, as well as having that space for the sides to come out, which we were already concerned would take up too much space in the city, we now also have the mechanics at the back to hide. But it's certainly doable. We can build on top of it, an alleyway or something. So I think there's definitely options for hiding it. It just will take a little bit of consideration to work out. So let me know what you think of the set in the comments below. Also, what do you think of it being motorised? Is it something you're going to consider doing in your city? It can be a little noisy whilst it's moving, but that's the same with all motorised things in the city, so I guess it's really what you want from the set. If you want to see some more videos on LEGO Harry Potter sets, then I'll link up our playlist now for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later!